Welcome to Stage Garden Rumba, in conjunction with Stay Nos Quedamos, where we celebrate the rich cultural heritage that's located in the South Bronx, as well as the vibrant casitas located in the Bronx. Here at Stage Garden Rumba, we invite New Yorkers to witness culture at its finest with musicians, dancers, activists, poets. Today, we are at La Finca del Sur, located on Grand Concourse and 138th Street. And first up, we have a poet that I met performing years ago, probably over a decade, at the Langston Hughes house, where she blew me away with her consciousness and her heart. She has a book called The Midnight Ride. Ladies and gentlemen, Freida Grace Jones, but we know her as Freida.
The Midnight Ride. Listen, my children, and you shall hear of the Midnight Ride of rap revered. It was from 1980 to 95, and hardly a homegirl is now alive who remembers that famous day and year when through boldness and freshness there did appear the Midnight Ride of rap revered. From the top of the Duster to the Malibu, we rocked and rapped and scratched records too. Basement parties were DJ'd by Clyde, Kool Herc, and Bambaataa. Toasted with pride, from Claremont projects to basketball courts. MCs battled and made words a sport. Flash harnessed electricity and toasted with pride. And rocked the block with the brothers' cold pride. From Adams to the forest houses to the ends of Hunts Point. We passed Dutches and White Owls and all sorts of joints. For those with the stays of savage skulls and black spades, the bachelors and the ghetto brothers pulled out their blades. The crazy homicides and the chingalings pounded out brothers with 3-link name rings. And all of this drama went down in the dark, gangbangers and bikers in St. Mary's Park. With medallions like saucers and bamboo earrings, we were all doing our Bronx wild style thing. But wait, there's more. When DJs were spinning on the ones and the twos, the WAP and the Vogue was the good news. Break dancers with gloves with cut off tips. Guys with casals and flat tops were a trip. We rocked leather bombers and cane gold caps, roller skated to freestyle, put Bronx on the map. Mr. Magic and Red Alert only had a half-hour show. Bismarcky beat box, Dougie Fresh spit a flow, and the master blaster was KRS-One. He blew away MCs with verbal puns, and all over the Bronx for all to see, the curves and the concepts of graffiti, colorful masterpieces alongside the tracks, spray with the quickness cause Po-Po laid traps. From 80 to 90, it has been found, true stories of the Bronx, then underground. The genius of the people, then underground. True stories of Bronx are mostly unknown. Artists and poets, all Bronx homegrown. Because it was from 1980 to 95, and hardly a homegirl is now alive who remembers that famous day and year. The Midnight Ride of rap revered. The birth of all that we now hold dear.
And now for some music to lift the spirit. Our first band is founded by master Dominican percussionist Jonathan J. Black Troncoso, celebrating Afro-Cuban and Afro-Dominican traditions. Palo and Cuero, bringing you the rhythms of Dominican Palo.
Palomita, palomita. Ay, mamá. Palomita, palomita. Ay, mamá. Ay, paloma. Blanca, encienda tu vuelo, ay, que me haga algo, ay, dámelo entero, si hubiera sabido que iba a llover, va a cortar la yagua, que yo vi de ayer, ya tú no me quieres, como me quería, no me trae bolitas de la pulpería, ay, paloma de mi vida, ay, paloma de mi vida, ay, palomita, palomita, ay, palomita, palomita. paloma de mi vida, ay paloma, ay de mi vida, ay palomita, palomita, ay palomita, 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 ay yo lo leo, ay yo lo leo, yo lo leo, ay 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 yo lo leo, paloma de mi vida, palomita, 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 ay paloma de mi vida, ay paloma de mi vida, yo te quiero, yo te adoro, desde meses yo te quiero, ay paloma, ay de mi vida, yo la digo, que iba a llover, ya contaba la yagua, que yo vi de ayer, ya tú no me quieres. Quería, no me trae bonita de la pulpería, palomita blanca, enciende tu vuelo, si me trata algo, ay dámelo entero, ay paloma, ay de mi vida, ay paloma, de mi vida, palomita, 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 ay yo lo leo, 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 ay yo lo leo, ay yo lo leo.
Part of Stage Garden Rumba is to celebrate the voices of our local activists. And our first activist is Emanuel Padilla. He founded a group called the South Bronx Tenants Movement. And he has been working in the Mott Haven section of the Bronx, organizing black and brown tenants to make positive change. Emanuel Padilla.
So I come to you all as a volunteer tenant organizer for the South Bronx Tenants Movement. And what we do here in this area is that we organize tenants to form tenant associations. Tenant associations that could go on to form block associations and then potentially neighborhood associations so that we could take power back and bring it to tenants. During this pandemic, tenants have had to face the short end of the stick since day one. They had to beg for an eviction moratorium. They had to beg for any sort of rent relief. We wanted the cancellation of rent, and we got a mediocre rent relief program. The work that we're doing here in this neighborhood is about building tenant associations where tenants are learning how to run meetings. They're learning how to understand the political landscape and knowing what players are in their interest and what players are not in their interest. And lastly, they're learning that their landlord isn't invincible. Because oftentimes in our communities, many of our people, we believe that housing is a privilege. We believe that we should be grateful for having a roof over our head. Not understanding, not necessarily retaining the idea that we're entering into a contract. And when there's a contract, there's two sides that have to come to an agreement. And so whether you're undocumented, whether you're a student, whether you're elderly, whether you're young, whether you're old, it doesn't matter. You're still entering into a contract, and that means you have rights. And so the work that we do is centered around that, and it's centered around really building tenant power so that tenants can ultimately control not just their buildings, but control these streets, control their neighborhoods. The system is set up to favor landlords. The system is set up to favor those who are not us, those who are above us for whatever reason. And it's about how do we restore and bring back justice and bring back this idea of power and self-determination to tenants. And so with the South Bronx Tenants Movement, the work that we do is really centered around that idea. Whether it's Maricela on Willis Avenue on 138th Street, who was illegally evicted and who is now fighting to be brought back into her building. It's about making sure that people like that understand their rights and understand that they have the power, understand that they can be the ones to boss the landlord around. And so the work that we do is about building these systems, building self-empowerment, and also building the proper organizing mechanism so that tenants could learn how to fight collectively, not rather than just individually. And so I'll leave you all with that. My name is Emanuel, and I'm a volunteer tenant organizer with the South Bronx Tenants Movement.
And now it's time for our second poet. And this poet actually hails from the Lower East Side near the New Eurekan Poets Cafe, where it is that so many of us got our start. Jane's spoken word Grenier, accompanied by her bassist Albie, and check out her book, Word Against the Machine.
I am a poet. I am the air that I breathe. I am the words that I think. Take you to the brink, don't blink. Drink it in. And poetry is revolution, word is the sound solution. Free you from the institution, I am ghosting the machine. I will wake you from your dream. I will wake you. I pen lines with a stroke. I spit rhymes when I toke. Inner fires I will stoke, 'cause I ain't no joke. I am a poet. And poetry is revolution, word is the sound solution. Free you from the institution, I am ghosting the machine. I will wake you from your dream. I will wake you. I float bars when I write. Open doors, shine a light. Free your mind, free your might. You are what you think. You think what you are. And poetry is revolution, and word is the sound solution. I will free you from the institution. I am ghosting the machine. I will wake you from your dream. I will free you from their scheme. I am what I know. I am what I sow. I am revolutionary poetry wrapped in a straitjacket, and I will wake you from your dream. I will wake you. I will wake you. I will wake you.
And now it's time for some movement. And the dance company that's gonna be dancing with us today is Bombazo Dance Company, founded by Milteri Tucker Concepcion, a personal friend of mine, celebrating the Afro-Boricua traditions of rumba y plena. Bombazo Dance Company. for some feminist energy. Our second activist has been working out of the South Bronx for 35 years. Founder of La Peña, a grassroots organization founded by women, just completely transforming the South Bronx. 35 years. Please welcome Luz de las Nieves, Ayress Moreno.
En esa época se hizo la primera parada gay aquí en el sur del Bronx. Fue cortita, fue para allá, empezó en La Peña y fuimos por Gran Concourse hasta donde está las oficinas de los políticos, ¿ya? Y eso en esa época, le estoy hablando de los 80, eso ni se pensaba hacer, ¿ya? Pero ahí estuvimos. Después vino la marcha de los vendedores ambulantes. En esa época recién estaban llegando los mexicanos y los arrestaban los viernes, sábado, domingo y lunes y les quitaban toda la mercadería, la policía, y eran los papás, las mamás, los suegros, los nietos, todos vendían en esa época. Ahora ustedes los jóvenes no lo ven, pero en esa época todos los trenes vendían el chicle, las pilas, las baterías, qué sé yo, las cosas que la gente generalmente usa, y hubo una persecución muy grande. Hicimos ese movimiento de los vendedores ambulantes, como ahora están los vendedores de los repartidores. Bueno, en esa época eran los vendedores ambulantes. Y ganamos. Logramos que la policía parara la represión y que se le diera más justicia y más consideración, porque el grueso eran mexicanos. Y logramos el 5 de mayo de 1999 ganar. Y ganamos esa pelea después de muchos años de lucha. Por eso que nada aquí es gratis, nada es gratis. Que los jóvenes lo aprendan y sigan peleando por los derechos. Después, en el siglo XX, viene la Finca del Sur, de este pedacito donde estamos. Esto era horrible, pero bueno, se limpió todo esto, porque decían que no, porque tenía esto, tenía esto, que la tierra estaba mala. Bueno, pues si están las cosas así hay que cambiarlas, y eso se hizo. Y este matrimonio luchó mucho, mucho, y hasta ahora ya se sigue luchando, porque hay otros intereses por ahí que quieren sacar estas tierras y no los vamos a permitir. Entonces, eso es producto de la unidad, de la lucha de la comunidad, pero cuesta. No es así, ay, vamos a juntarnos y vamos a unirnos, no es así la cosa. Uno también tiene que demostrar, tiene que practicar y seguir enseñando. Por eso no nos debemos callar, tenemos que ser rebeldes. Si somos jóvenes, tienen que ser rebeldes, porque si no, nos van a pasar, nos van a poner la pata encima, y eso no lo queremos. Hay que seguir luchando para construir un mundo mejor para la humanidad.
And our next musical performance is one of Stage Garden Rumba's favorites, Jorge Vasquez, a personal friend of mine, bringing his bomba and plena rhythms with vocals and instrumentation that's just beyond compare. Ladies and gentlemen, Jorge Vasquez.
En la goza en la casa de Chema.
Que no goza en la casa de Chema.
Ay, con la bandereta buena.
Que no goza en la casa de Chema.
Ay, vienen de donde quiera.
Que no goza en la casa de Chema.
Llegan los bravos, mírate, Boriquen.
Que no goza en la casa de Chema.
Sí, llegan los bravos del Bronx.
Que no goza en la casa de Chema.
Y la monta bien sabrosa.
Que la goza en la casa de Chema.
Sí, allá en la casa de Chema.
Que no goza en la casa de Chema.
Sí, en el rincón criollo.
Que no goza en la casa de Chema.
Oye, mira aquí en el sur del Bronx.
Que no goza en la casa de Chema.
Ay, ¿quién no goza en la casa de Chema?
Que no goza en la casa de Chema.
Tocando bomba y plena.
Que no goza en la casa de Chema.
Ay, allá la Chema.
Que no goza en la casa de Chema.
Ay, allá se pone dura.
Que no goza en la casa de Chema.
La cosa se pone brava.
Que no goza en la casa de Chema.
Y vienen de donde quiera.
Que no goza en la casa de Chema.
Con el con Filadelfia de Rolero.
Que no goza en la casa de Chema.
Eso.
Que no goza en la casa de Chema.
Que no goza en la casa de Chema.
Que no goza en la casa de Chema. Que no goza en la casa de Chema.
En la casa de Chema. En la casa de Chema. En la casa de Chema. Yo me curo tocando plena.
En la casa de Chema. En la casa de Chema. En la casa de Chema. Yo me curo tocando plena. En la casa de Chema. En la casa de Chema. En la casa de Chema. Yo me curo tocando plena.
¡Toma, Mongo!
And our final poet is like a brother to me. We've grown up doing poetry together in the South Bronx, in the Bronx, in New York City. He's personally my Bronx Poet Laureate, with so many books and just teaching and just so much wisdom. Bonafide, Rojas.
In the shadow of America, we all arrive with an alphabet alter ego. Bald eagles, bursting bombs, black bags, black box, and the boogeyman is alive. The chatterbox calligraphy is a catastrophe. Cameras capture the cheap smiles of the commander. The Deep Six database is the devil's delicacy designed by drunks and doctors. Even the Echo is an exclusive elixir for enigmas. Electroshock elegance during the emergency exit. Fables face off in freak factories. Foolish fast breaks are the favorites of a felonious fever pitch fetishes. God is a ghetto genius ghost dance full of gadgets. Habitual Hail Marys, hallelujahs, our haikus, our hallucinations. Iambic iconoclast, immaculate in utero illusions. Jabberwocky jargon, jigsaws, the jockstrap of the jingle. Kamikaze kaleidoscope kicking kingpins. Label the labyrinth, lament your liberation. Lord the lullaby, dilute the language. Mock the majority, madcap Magna Carta machine. Narcissist is naked and narrow-minded. Observe the off-peak officers, opiates over the table, obituary. Pacemaker politicians are a pale palette to frame. The parliament's paper patriarchy postures like plastic. Question the quantum leap quotas. Question the corks, quicksilver quads. The robots of Reaganomics revolt against reality. Resurrect the reactionary rhetoric, reclaims the reservations. The sadomasochist Secret Service, The sadomasochist Secret Service, their safety, sex, safety pin, salvation. Salivate to seduction. Semi-automatic shotgun, Siamese, sideshow sacrifices. Take no prisoners, telenovela, the tanks and topless. Technophile tourniquet, the Trojan horse. Uncivil, unusual, and undecided. Unbelievable to be united. The vile vernoms, venom sealed and vellum vexed, and their vehicles carry volcano-sized vengeances. Who worries about witches and werewolves? Xenophobic xylographs and Xanax xylophonists. Yesterday, yanked the youth. Yesterday, the youth saw the years. Zenith to ground zero for zombies and zealots. Zenith to ground zero for zigzags and zodiacs. Welcome to America, where we stand in the shadow of Goliath. Where the orchestra plays out of key, where they protest and parade against liberation, where your passport gets nationally revoked, where we wear Social Security like a jackpot number, where everyone is wallflower paper no one likes, where everything is a song and dance with bad music, where you'll need a monkey suit to show off, where you'll feel right at home dancing for spectators.
Bella como el valle, en la cibaeña, por allá los hombres se